Can you share one line from certain days that you like the meaning of?
There's something very interesting about Aşık Veysel and his music and his words.
Anlatmam derdimi dertsiz insana, dert çekmeyen dert kıymetin bilemez. Derdim bana derman imiş bilmedim, hiçbir zaman gül tikensiz olamaz. Veysel günler geçti, yaş 60 oldu. Döküldü yaprağım, güllerim soldu. Gemi yükün aldı, gam ile doldu. Harekete kimse mani olamaz.
I quite like that very final line, harekete kimse mani olamaz.
What does it mean?
I think what he's talking about there is that the one thing that humans do all the time is we put things in categories. We sort of take pictures, we make it static, and then we think that that's how things are. Like I fit a particular category. I'm in a particular group. You're in a particular other group. We're all very sort of strictly, neatly defined. But harekete mani olamaz is sort of saying something against that. That the old cliche from Heraclitus, the only constant thing is change. That the world changes. And obviously in that poem he's sort of talking about the act of dying and death. When he says gemi yükün aldı gam ile doldu, the boat he's talking about is himself. He's filled up and it's sort of ready to move on. And it's the sort of Alevi belief, especially of life and death being very intimately linked, but fundamentally that is we don't believe in an afterlife, but that constant change is going to keep on happening. And he's sort of talking about that aspect of his philosophy. It's this idea, I think, in Alevism, and you find it in other philosophies maybe as well, of when you appreciate that death is this intimate part of nature, it makes living much more enjoyable. Once you can maybe try to accept it, it makes life much more beautiful. And Veysel he uses a lot of metaphors about beauty. For example, like güzelliğin on para etmez, bu bendeki aşk olmazsa. On a very surface level, it seems like he's writing it for someone, for like a lover, but not necessarily, because within Alevism, aşk has a different meaning. Aşk is linked intimately to a deep understanding of our place in this world. The beauty of the world can't be understood unless you're in love. And actually, when you read the rest of the poem, there's no other mention of a person or anything. It's talking about the aspects of nature, because that's what aşk is for us. It's a much more deeper emotion and state of appreciation for what comes first. And for us, what comes first is the world we live in and ourselves and our interconnectedness within that world. And again, that's why Veysel he talks about love, but he's talking about a different kind of love, and he's doing it in a very simple language, which is what makes him an important figure in our history.